Hello, and welcome. My name is MiniBetrayal, and this is Factorio Megabase. Well, last episode, we set up this, which is a massive green circuit building factory way out east over there. But for that, we need a bit more power. Our power is... Actually, I was going to say it's fine for just the starter base, but apparently not. So today we're going to start looking at nuclear power. Primary problem with that is that nuclear power requires a lot of copper. And while it looks okay here, yeah, our copper situation is lacking at the moment. So we've got an easy way to boost the copper. Because at the moment we've got two copper trains, both of which are going to the same copper outpost over here, which is struggling to keep up. So, I mean, we could easily go and upgrade that to blue belts. That would certainly help. But first up, what I'm going to do is go and build another copper outpost, utilizing this patch here, 15 million. So let's go this way. And we will go and see what's what, I guess. Okay, so first up, let's just make sure I'm not in... Where are you going? No thank you. What I was going to say is let's make sure you're not in the way of other trains. So we'll do that like this, I think. Can I please? There we go. Okay, and we'll just hop out and stick a signal there. In fact, let's just get rid of that. That's probably the easiest way of doing that. Okay, so we've got our copper patch up here. So what I want to do first is copy that. In fact, do I have that as a blueprint? Nope, 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 nope. Alright, let's make it as a blueprint. Because I want all of that, but I don't want any belts. I will put the belts back in, actually. Yeah, let's just do that. We'll come up here and we'll flip it around like this and see if we can find a good place to put it. I think that matches up. Actually, I can't quite have it there because then they can't turn from here to go back to the base. So I'll have to bump it down by 1. Does that interfere with the next station below it? No, it doesn't. Okay. You live there now. Oh, inventory problems. Actually, I think we're alright. Okay, so I didn't bring any yellow belts with me. This is going to be a blue belted one. That's fine. Because I don't want any of them there anyway. Gonna have to move some of these belts around. Okay, what do I... There. You can all go in there. Okay, we'll use the upgrade planner to upgrade these belts to red, then to blue, and then I can start putting them down. Like that. Okay, then we just need to grab an 8-8 balancer, which I think I did have. Oh no, that's a 12-12. That's alright, I can easily go and pinch an 8-8 from over here. This one here is an 8-8. So pop that down. Boop, you live there now. And yeah, then we have our one of these. So yeah, now I just need to fill this in. All too easy. Okay, luckily or otherwise, this is actually 8 lines worth of copper, so I'll just do a little bit of tidy up around the edge, and we can feed each of these lines directly into one of the balancer input lines there. Okay, that's done, so I'll just plop down a radar. In fact, I don't even think I needed that. I think everything's already under radar coverage. Yeah, we're good. In that case, all I need to do is hook that up to power. That should all switch on. I need to give this the correct station name. So you will be a copper outpost, and you will be copper outpost 2. And then I just need to set one of the trains that currently comes to you. The one... yeah, we'll get you, and instead of going to copper outpost 1 until you're full, we'll send you to copper outpost 2 until you are full. Alright, let's hang around a bit, make sure this works. Don't see any reason why it shouldn't, but it's always best to check these things. Right, there's the train pulling in. Fills up nice and quickly and then heads off home. Okay, excellent. So we will... Well, I would like to... I think I have enough. Yeah, I've got enough blue belts for this. Let's just head up to the other copper outpost. And I'll just blue beltify that as well. That should help with the throughput over there. Okay, so that in itself won't fix the problem, but it should definitely help. Where is the train? Okay, it's on its way back. So, yeah, these look like these are filling up much, much quicker now. Let's head back to base, see what the copper situation's like. Okay, so the copper's just run out here, but you can see both of the trains are actually just coming back from their outposts now. Now one is slightly further away than the other. That should be okay. Have we got any other deposits close in we can do? Oh, let's have a quick look at pollution as well. We've got some bases around there. Maybe we should bring the Octatron back. Take care of some of these bases up north properly. Yeah, I might do that actually. Let's start them on their way back at the very least. Because remember, it takes 3 minutes by train to do that journey, and the Octatron is slower. So, yeah, we'll start them on the way back now. Okay. So that's one load of copper just coming in. And there's the second. Okay, well this train here is still on its way out to the base, but this one is on its way back as this one is running out, so that implies maybe it is slowly filling up. Iron is still doing fine, which is nice. Okay, so let's start looking at nuclear. Right, so for nuclear power, we need nuclear reactors. Oh, actually, do I have concrete? I know I've got this little setup here, which is basically manual. It's waiting on water at the moment. You know what? I've got this water, sort of manual water thing set up. Why don't I just pipe that in? Yeah. Right, pipes. There we go. That should get concrete production set up. It doesn't put it anywhere other than in a box. But it will do. And you know what? We can be clever about this. If I just put that there and that to there, I can turn that one back around where it wants to go and just say, if we have less concrete than we have refined concrete. No. If we have more concrete than we have refined concrete, then we can make some refined concrete. Right, so where are we at? Yeah, so we need the mountains of copper. We also need mountains of steel, but we're doing, yeah, alright for steel at the moment. Advanced circuits and the concrete. These ones also need mountains of copper and steel. These ones need mountains of copper and steel and some pipes. These ones need copper gears and pipes. Alright. Okay, let's start off like making a blueprint, I guess, for a 2x2 nuclear reactor. So I need 2,000 copper, 2,000 steel, 2,000 advanced circuits, and 2,000 concrete. And more inventory space. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And this gives each of them a... Well, they're not powered at the moment. I think it gives each of them a plus 200% neighbor bonus in total. Okay, let me have a think about exactly how I want to do this. I need some heat pipes as well, so more copper, more steel. Oh, hello. Where did you come from? Huh. Maybe we do, yeah, I think we definitely need to do that perimeter sweep. Alright, let me finish designing this first. Alright, so in the past, I have done nuclear setups something a little like this. So we've got 4 reactors in the middle. Because we've got 4 of them, each, and set up like this, each reactor has a plus 200% neighbor bonus. So this reactor here gets a neighbor bonus from this one and this one down here, and effectively counts as 3 reactors. So instead of outputting 40 megawatts, it outputs 120. And each of them are like that. So we've got 4 reactors, but each are taking on the duty of 3 reactors. So we've effectively got 12 reactors. Each reactor outputs 40 megawatts. That gives us 480 megawatts. If we divide that by 10, because each heat exchanger over here, down there, consumes 10 megawatts. So we divide that by 10 and we get 48 heat exchangers. And we then multiply that by 103 because it outputs 103 steam per second. So multiply that by 103. That gives us 4,944 steam. And they are consumed by these guys at 60 per second. So we then divide that by 60. So you get 82.4. And just to keep things nice and symmetrical, if I divide that by 4, we get 20.6. And if you look up here, we have 21 steam turbines. So that all works out nicely, and with what I've done with the belts here, effectively you feed in the fuel on this side, and each reactor takes the fuel and outputs the used up fuel on the other side of the belt. And then if you have another one of these, you just plug it in up there like that and connect the belts, and it works. And then you get the used up fuel coming out this side. Yeah, so I zoomed out a little bit further there, so you see what's coming. Now each of these need water as well, 103 per second per one of these, and one offshore pump can make 1200 per second, which feeds it's a little more than 11.5 of these guys. So each of these columns here, if you stick an offshore pump on the end, that's about right. So this is what I've done here. It's a little bit bigger. And you see what we've got. We've actually got 6 reactors here. 6 on each side. So 12 reactors in total. But now they have an extra neighbor bonus. So discounting these ones on the ends for the moment, this one here has plus 100%, plus 200%, plus 300%. So each reactor is effectively 4 reactors. So again, I'll come back to the ones on the end, but let's just assume that they have 4 reactors, or they have the plus 300% neighbor bonus as well, so they are also acting like 4. This means we have 12 times 4 is 48 reactors worth of heat. And if we do exactly the same calculation, multiply it by 40 megawatts, divide it by 10, multiply by 103 steam per second, divide by 60 steam per second, and then divide by 4 for symmetry, we get 82.4. And if you have a look there, that's completely wrong. Why does that say 69? Oh, I think I know why. Yes, I do know why. The way I've done this is these ones, they only count, so the ones on the end count half. So because the ones on the top count half and the ones on the bottom count half, we've effectively got 10 reactors working at 4 times capacity. It works out as 68 and 2/3, which is why I have 69 on the top there and on the bottom and on the other side as well. This should make us, well, actually, I haven't worked out exactly how much power we get from this. At max capacity, if we do all of that, so we've got a grand total of 274 and 2/3 steam turbines. We multiply that by, was it 5.82 megawatts? 5.82 megawatts. That gives us 1.6 gigawatts to work with. Let's just compare that to what we've got now. But yeah, it'll do. Yeah, so there are little gaps in here, because remember I said each offshore pump can only do about 11.5. In fact, if you do 1200 divided by 103 per second, which is how much water they need, you get 11.65, so 11.5. So I've split it into groups of 11. And then we've got 11 there. And then we've actually got 6 on the end and 7 on that end. So the way this works in my head, we'll have to build this out on the water, but if I get an offshore pump and I put one there, and one there, and similarly there, and there, and there, and there, and then a couple on the end, just for good luck, that should give us all the water we need. Now, back to these ones on the end. Why do they count half when it looks like they count like 3/4? Because this one, it has 2 neighbors instead of 3, so it does the work of 3 reactors rather than 4. Well, this tiles. So if I copy that, and firstly, I'm just going to make a blueprint of that, but also, yeah, this tiles perfectly. So I can pop that in there. Okay, there's a red tree in the way, but we'll get back to that. And you see now that this reactor here is shared between the top and the bottom. They've got heat pipes going both way. So instead of counting as 4, it counts as 2 for one direction. Now the ones on the end, because they're not counting 2, they are counting 3. However many times I tile this, like the modules on the end, they'll be a little bit over capacity. That's fine. Now I'm not doing any steam buffering or anything like that. I'm not going to run out of uranium. I can just feed it more stuff. I don't need to worry about that. Okay, what I do need to worry about is a place to put this. This is not a small module, so I want a big lake. Now I could just put it here. Now I was thinking about... Oh, hello. You're having a bit of trouble. Should we help you out? Is anyone else? I think it was just you that was having the trouble. Orca London got left behind. Yeah, so I was thinking of putting a nuclear setup somewhere a bit further out where I've got huge amounts of uranium plus the little bit of iron I need to actually make the fuel cells. But then I need a way to get sulfuric acid out there. I think what I might do, I'll set up one module here as like a proof of concept, I guess. And then, assuming that all works, we can then copy that again further out. So, I need lots of stuff. That's 2 modules. I've actually got it down here. What do I need? 276 steam turbines, 262 heat pipes. That's the easy bit. 140 heat exchangers, some belts, some inserters, some pipes. 12 reactors, and some more belt components. Alright, let's get to work on that. Oh, actually, let's have a quick look at the copper situation as well. Oh, that's a coal train. He's coming this way. Let's see. Copper. Probably could do with another copper outpost. Both trains are on their way back. Let's see. Does the belt have gaps in it? Yeah, there's a big gap in the belt. Maybe we'll get another copper outpost as well. I think that was the last thing I need to build. So let's do a quick count up. I have slightly modified the blueprint. I need to clean that up as well. So down here where I've got my building space. Yeah, I realized I didn't have any power in it. So I've come up with a way that still tiles the same. So if I grab that out now, it still tiles on like that, and it has the same number of steam engines, or steam turbines I should say, but because it tiled a bit too well, I had to like make some divots in there. But on the plus side, I guess it makes it neater out there. So let's have a quick look at what we need. We need 276 steam turbines. So that's 100, 200, I think I may have built one too many actually. So 200, 220, 230, 240, 250, 260, 270. I've got 277. Yeah, okay. 270 heat pipes, 50, 150, 250, 270. Good. 144 heat exchangers, 144. Blue belts, easy. The substations, yeah, I've got them. I need... technically, I actually need 24 red arms, but that's done. 12 pipes, got them. 12 of the nuclear reactors, because, yeah, so each additional one only needs 10, but the first one we need those extra 2 reactors there, and I've got them. Okay, so other than that, because I am building this out, whoops, a bit too far out there. Because I'm building this out on a lake, I need some landfill. How much of that do we have handy? Landfill lives up here. Looks like we have a chest's worth. Lovely. Let's go building. Okay, that looks to be about in the middle of the lake enough for my purposes. Okay, so, right, I need some landfill to plop this down on. Now, I do need to be very careful about where I put this landfill, because my offshore pumps need to be in a suitable place. Okay, so there's the landfill. Let's stamp down that. Okay, so I need... Oh, yeah, I've got the bots out now as well, so they're filling that in for me. I need a couple of extra little bits just to put the power poles on. Now, the power poles are directly opposite each other, which makes it easy to figure out where they want to be. I want that small 2x2. So I want one there, I want one there, and I want one there. That should be enough to put down the substations on the south side. And similarly on the north as well. So I want to stamp down there, and there, and there. Excellent. Now, the good thing about this is it's rotationally symmetric. So if I do that, make sure it's a blueprint and grab the tiles as well. I can copy that, flip it around. Okay, it's almost rotationally symmetric. Those substations are in a slightly different place. So flip it around, pop that down there, and paste. So it's going to build the landfill first. Why won't it put down the offshore pumps? Cannot build here. Why not? Does that count as in ground? Oh, god damn it. Okay. If that's the case, I need to be super careful about how I do this. Okay, I can get away with it. What I have to do, just make sure my bots are off. And if I landfill that and that, okay, this one has to, it's going to be ugly. Alright, well it may seem I can't count because I have, where is it, one more offshore pump than I needed. But other than that, I think that is done. So what I've done over here, just on this side, I've had the offshore pumps come out this far. So when this tiles, so like this, that'll tile up there. I'll have to do something clever with the order in which I landfill, because if I landfill too much at once, I won't be able to put the offshore pumps where they need to be. Other than that, just as a temporary thing, so this bit I'll have to change every time I add on a new module. That'll go around like that, and you actually want to come down a bit further like that. These two belts want to go off to the mainland. So actually I need this to be 2 wide along here. 1 for a belt in each direction. Okay, I'm going to do a slightly different thing here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a splitter there and say any unused fuel that manages to get past all of the reactors, you're going to go back into the loop, and then the loop itself is going to take input priority from that side. Okay, otherwise, so this side will be the used up fuel, and this side will be new fuel ready to be used. Excellent. Oh, I feel like I should maybe have a radar out here. I'm going to put the radar down here where it's not actually part of the blueprint, so that way I can still see at least most of what's going on. It's quite wide, but it's, yeah, that's not going to interfere with copy and pasting in the future. Oh, also I actually need to get power out there. That would be a useful thing to do. So if I get some big power poles, how far can you go? Okay, so now we need to put some nuclear fuel in there and do something with the waste that comes out. Right, so here we are at the uranium processing place. This belt that I've just made just brings some iron plates down just from the end of the bus right there. At the moment they take priority because, you know, obviously you want to prioritize fuel, you want to prioritize electricity over everything else, but, you know, it doesn't use a lot. Right, so I need one of these guys. I need a centrifuge, which is there. So I need some gears, some advanced circuit, and some concrete. That should be easy to get. I'm only going to have one centrifuge making this. I'm not sure exactly. Well, assuming that I can, you know, keep it fed of the relevant types of uranium and such. This guy, actually, are you not made in a centrifuge? No. Okay, well, I need a centrifuge anyway. Right. Yeah, so you need, yeah, so, words. Assuming I can keep this guy fully fed, he makes effectively 1 uranium fuel cell per second, and the uranium fuel cells are used in 200 seconds. So I can, with one machine, I can keep 200 nuclear reactors going full time. So, yeah, the difficult bit there is going to be the uranium. But anyway, so 235, 238, and iron plates should be easy. Okay, so, well, I've got 238. I forget which way around they're called. I've got shiny uranium. Okay, shiny uranium is 235. So I've got 238 over here then. And 235 here. Where did you go? You are there. And iron plates. Okay, if I tell you to make that, I'll give you the uranium that I picked up by accident. So you just need some ins and an out. Then you just need to go off to the thing. Yeah, I need a belt to take you up there. Probably should do that with the train, but I'll do it with the belt. Then we want, where is that centrifuge? Because I do need that, because we'll have these guys coming back. And I can turn 5 of them into extra 238. So where's a good place to put that? Here, I think, is a good place to put that. Actually, yeah, no, I can just... yeah, if I put it there... If one of these gives me 3 238 but requires 19, then yeah, that's easy. I just do that. I'm going to do it slightly differently just to make sure, absolutely sure, that things don't back up. Input priority from the left, please. There you go. Right, some power. There we go. That should be working now. Okay, then it's just a case of taking these belts where they need to go. And then we should have nuclear power just done. Ooh, we're under attack. Where's that? That's in the smelting array. Also, fun fact, I'm actually faster than a train with all my legs on, so faster than a coal-powered train anyway. What have we got? Okay, my lasers took care of it before I even saw what it was. I think it was a spitter. No, that's a biter. Never mind. Alright, we'll get this set up, then we'll do that perimeter sweep. Okay, so it's not quite all we need to do. We actually need to hook this into the power network, because at the moment the inserters don't have any power. So at the very least we need to jump start it with some juice from the original power network. Okay, that should get things cooking over there. There we go. Okay, and we can see that the fuel, instead of unspent fuel going back, that goes round. And, oh, we do actually have a problem, because this needs to be on the other side of the belt. The unspent fuel needs to be on the inside of the belt. So, how shall I do this? Okay. I'll fix it over here. Oh, thank you, autosave. I can fix that there. That'll put it on the other side of the belt. Okay, I think that's all good. That was a terrible mistake. I meant to do that so I could put my belt immunity equipment back on. Which is probably now on the floor somewhere. God damn it. Alright, luckily, there is a way of doing this. If I just select item on ground. Please pick up all of that stuff, bots. Oh, don't tell me my bots are on the ground as well. Ugh. There's some. Okay. Okay, well it looks like the nukes have... the nuclear reactors have started doing stuff. Starting to see heat spread out in the pipes. Okay, we're already producing... We're able to produce twice as much as we're using. Okay, I'm starting to see some used up fuel, and that is going back to the processing area. Good. So I'll continue picking up my stuff here, and then we'll go and make sure that that area is working. Alright, so here we are back at the processing area. The first couple of used up fuel things are just coming back. I haven't actually configured that. There you go. Okay, so you take 5. Okay, there we go. That should be enough for you to get going. And that's quite slow. 60 seconds per craft, which is one fuel cell every 12 seconds, and this is producing them every 1 second. So maybe I should speed this up. But that's something that can be done later. For now, we have reached the gigawatt mark. So I should be able to disconnect that. I can't do that though, because oh yes, that's the only place that the nuclear is actually still connected. I need to connect that elsewhere. How about if I bring that along this way and plug you in up here somewhere? There we go. That should get everything working again. So now this should be its own separate network, which has virtually no draw. Lovely. So I should actually just be able to deconstruct that. But I will leave it there. Yes, 720 megawatts. And that's without this, and the system over here is slowly heating up. Takes a little while. So like the ones at the end, that's at 289. Can't see that one, but I can see up to 340 about there. So yes, that is that. Now the copper situation is still a little bit drab, so I think I will go full circle and finish off as I started by making a new copper outpost. Yes, so that should, asterisk, be a much needed boon to our copper production. Okay, how are things going out here? So we've got 20 of them active and 16 inactive on each arm. I'll have to double check some stuff about like heat pipe throughput. Just to make sure that, you know, the heat from the 6 reactors there can squeeze through a single pipe. Otherwise, you know, I'm going to have to redesign some stuff. But it seems to be working at the moment. I'll look that up for next episode. Is that the 21st one? That's... no. Let's see. It's the temperature of this heat pipe here, that's what I'm looking at. Okay, that one's gone up to 500. That means this should slowly start consuming. Ah, there we go. Yeah, so now the next row of steam engines turn on. Again, slowly at first, but turn on nonetheless they do. Right. Meanwhile, here we are just pulling in, and yeah, we pulled in and there was not a gap. Well, I guess a train had just arrived, but yeah, it looks like that may have fixed copper, or at least it's not as bad as it was. And I think we are going to call it a day from there. Hang on. Oh, stack inserters. I just saw that blinking away down there. Yeah, I don't have any. Alright, there we go. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it a day from there. Actually, let's just... actually, that's the second time I've said let's call it a day, and then... actually... yeah, next episode we will try switching on the green circuit production over there. If that works, if we're making enough power, I don't remember exactly how much we needed for that. But once this is heated up, I think we're making enough. If it works, we'll move on to Megabase scaled oil, because that's what we need for red circuits, which is the next thing I actually want to do. If that doesn't work, I guess we'll just add in another module and then move on anyway. I mean, we're making plenty of the uranium power cells. So... yeah. This isn't backing up here. No, that's not backing up there. That's good. But alright, yes, as I said, with... oh, actually, I did not make enough. How many am I... I'm missing another 45. Alright. Right, there we go. Got enough this time. Alright, so, actually, finally, for real this time, I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon.